Australia's refugee and humanitarian system just went through one of its most complex periods in years. This is your clear, no nonsense guide to what changed in 2024 and 2025, and what it means for you or the people you're supporting. As of October 30th, 2025, here are the headline shifts reshaping pathways, processing, and reviews, and what to do next. First, the temporary humanitarian pathway for Palestinians and Israelis already in Australia. The government created an invitation-only, two-step pathway that moves people from a 449 visa to a 786 visa. This is for people who cannot safely return because of the Hamas-Israel conflict. The 786 visa runs for 3 years and includes work rights. Importantly, offers are made case by case, and you can't apply for it like a standard visa. The government invites eligible people. By January 20th, 2025, nearly 1,000 people had been granted these visas. If you or someone you know is in this cohort, keep your contact details updated, watch your email and IME account, and seek reputable advice if you receive an invitation. Second, the Refugee and Humanitarian Program planning level is set at 20,000 places for 2024 to 25. That's the government's official ceiling for the year. There's strong advocacy to lift that to at least 27,000 from 2025-26, but as of now, plan around 20,000. Why this matters? Planning levels influence how long people wait, how many offshore referrals are accepted, and how resources are allocated across onshore and offshore caseloads. Fewer places can mean longer queues. Stable or higher places can ease pressure. Third, community sponsorship is moving from pilot to permanence. The Community Refugee Integration and Settlement Pilot, known as CRISP, has been extended to June 30th, 2026. In February 2025, the government committed to make it permanent from mid-2026. So far, around 550 refugees have arrived through community groups. If your town, faith group, workplace, or association is ready to back a newcomer family with practical settlement support, this model is becoming a lasting part of the system. The extension means more time to form groups, fundraise, and prepare, and permanence means this pathway won't vanish after the pilot. Fourth, the Afghan caseload is enormous and decisions are slow. Australia allocated 26,500 humanitarian places for Afghans through June 2026, but demand is far beyond that. Between August 2021 and June 2024, more than 251,000 Afghans applied. Around 20,000 were granted, about 70,000 were refused, and more than 160,000 are still in the queue. What that means on the ground: long waits, intense competition for limited places, and the need for clear, well-documented claims. If you are waiting, keep your details current, respond quickly to any requests for information, and be prepared for extended timeframes. If you receive a refusal, strict review deadlines apply. Don't delay in seeking advice. Fifth, the appeals system has been overhauled. On October 14, 2024, the Administrative Review Tribunal replaced the old AAT and absorbed the Fast Track Immigration Assessment Authority system, which has now been abolished. In 2025, the new tribunal reported a surge in lodgements and not enough staff to keep up, which translates to longer waits for many migration and protection reviews in the near term. A bill introduced on September 3, 2025, would expand on-the-papers decisions for some visa types. Protection decisions are not part of that expansion and still allow for hearings at the tribunal's discretion. The bottom line: expect delays, prepare your case thoroughly, and don't miss deadlines. Good documentation and clear narratives matter more than ever when decision-makers are handling huge volumes. Sixth, there's a live policy debate around removals and third-country deportations. In September 2025, Reuters reported on government legislation designed to speed up third-country removals of non-citizens. Advocates warn this could include people whose asylum claims have been refused and who have exhausted their appeals. If you're in this situation, maintaining lawful status where possible, keeping your contact details updated, and getting timely, reputable advice are critical. Policy settings here can change quickly. Staying informed can make a real difference to your options. Seventh, Ukrainians on temporary protection are being offered a permanent pathway. Many Ukrainians who arrived on 786 visas in 2022 and 2023 are being transitioned to the Permanent Resolution of Status visa, the 851. Offers and processing ramped up from late 2024 through mid-2025. If you're in this cohort, check your email and IME account regularly and complete any requested health, biometrics, or police checks promptly so your case doesn't stall. Here's what all of this means in practical terms. If you are Palestinian or Israeli in Australia and unable to return safely, the 449 to 786 pathway is not something you can apply for directly. It's invitation only, and offers are case by case. Keep your contact details current, check your email and spam folder, and be ready to act if invited. If you receive an invitation, follow the instructions closely and seek reputable help if anything is unclear. If you are part of the Afghan caseload, the numbers tell a clear story. Demand far exceeds supply. Make sure your application is complete, consistent, and supported by evidence. If you move, update your details. If the department asks for documents, provide them on time. If you receive a refusal, know that strict time limits apply for merits review. Delays are real, but so are opportunities for well-prepared cases. If you want to help through community sponsorship, now is the time to organize. CRISP runs through June 2026 and then transitions to a permanent program from mid-2026. Strong, well-prepared community groups are central to success. Think housing plans, employment networks, language support, and social inclusion. The more ready your group is, the smoother the settlement experience will be for the family you welcome. If your case is at the review stage, prepare for longer timelines at the Administrative Review Tribunal. Build the strongest possible record, clear personal statements, corroborating documents, country information that matches your claims, and a consistent story across all forms and interviews. For protection matters, hearings remain at the tribunal's discretion, so be ready to explain your claims clearly if given the chance. If you are worried about removals after a refusal, don't ignore letters or emails. Keep your contact details current, understand your visa conditions, and seek reputable advice quickly. Some options are time-limited. Staying engaged with the process is safer than going to ground. If you are a Ukrainian on a 786 visa, watch for resolution of status offers and respond promptly. Completing requested checks quickly can prevent delays. This shift to 851 is about permanency, settling, working, studying, and rebuilding with certainty. A few universal tips apply to everyone. Always read every letter and email from Home Affairs and the Tribunal. Keep copies of everything you submit. Update your address and contact details the moment they change. If you're on a bridging visa, know your work and study conditions. If you're eligible for Medicare or other services, enroll and use them. And whenever possible, get help from reputable providers, registered migration agents, community legal centers, or trusted NGOs. To recap in one breath, invitation only, temporary protection for Palestinians and Israelis already in Australia, a 20,000-place humanitarian program for 2024 to 25, community sponsorship extended and going permanent, an Afghan program under intense demand with long queues, an appeals system transformed into the ART with growing backlogs, a push to speed up third country removals, and Ukrainians moving from 786 to permanent 851. That's the landscape as of October 30th, 2025. If you found this useful, tell me what you need next. Do you want a deep dive on offshore visas 200 to 204, onshore protection 866, the temporary 449 and 786 pathway, or step-by-step guidance for community sponsorship? Comment with the exact stream you want, offshore, onshore, temporary, or community, and I'll break it down with timelines, costs, documents, and common pitfalls. Please subscribe to Nixad Immigration. This video is general information, not legal advice. Policies can change and individual situations differ. Always check the official guidance before you decide. Stay informed, stay prepared, and take care of each other.